everybody. This is David Nevins for Citybiz List, and welcome to our program today. We have a very special guest, somewhat new to the area as well. Please join me in welcoming Seth Linfield. Seth, welcome to this program, and welcome to Maryland. And you are, I understand, the new head of school at the Highlands School.
David, I am delighted to spend time with you and with your audience here today.
Well, thank you so much, Seth. I was going to begin by asking you to tell us a little bit about yourself. But before you do that, I don't think the Highlands School itself is known well enough. So let's begin. Again, welcome. But tell us about the Highlands School, and then you can tell us about yourself and how you got here and where you're both going, you and the school.
The Highlands School is all about reading. We are a haven, a sanctuary for students, for bright students with dyslexia, ADHD, or other reading-based learning differences. It's a place of growth, innovation, curiosity, and wonder for our students.
So I understand you're located in Harford County. Maybe you can talk a little bit about that and how long the school's been around. And then you can, I think our audience would love, Seth, to hear a little bit about your background as well.
Sure. So the school is centrally located in Harford County. We draw from Harford County. We draw from Baltimore and the surrounding counties as well. We offer bus transportation. We think that the program that we offer is a compelling draw for a wide geographic distance. We also offer a range of programs that help students and families meet their needs in different ways, including a program for parents who homeschool, and their students are here for individualized instruction in reading and writing and math. For half of the day, we offer after-school tutoring. We also offer a Mind Jump summer program. So we have so many ways to meet individual needs, and geography is one of those individual needs. To look at my biography, you would see that I'm a parent, an educator, a rabbi, a lawyer, but what I'm really about is conversations, one-on-one conversations with the fantastic faculty and staff that we have here with the Highlands, one-on-one conversations with our students, with our parents. It's learning what people need to achieve their highest dreams. And I look at myself as an aid, as a driver or facilitator or guide to those dreams.
A lot of people think that schools such as the Highlands School, I think, are for kids who have challenges and issues and problems. But I think that's a mistaken notion. And I know you use the term not learning difficulties, but learning differences. And I know that, kids with dyslexia and executive function and those types of diagnoses, they excel at schools like the Highlands School. You can correct me if I'm wrong, and read and go on to great colleges and go on to great careers thereafter.
David, that's right. I have yet, and I am now in my 19th year of heading schools, I have yet to meet a student, particularly a middle school student, who doesn't come with executive functioning challenges. There's no student who doesn't come with an individual learning profile, and the place where the Highlands School can devote particular attention is on reading-based learning differences, which covers approximately 20% plus of the student population. What we do, the small group environment, the it's multisensory and systematic instruction, the different ways in which we gear a program. So yes, we take traditional programs like Orton Gillingham, like Linda Mood Bell, but then we tailor it for each individual student. That benefits a wide range of students. And part of what's a unique part of the Highlands School is that our goal is for a student to be ready we meet a student where they are, and then we take a student to be ready for a traditional learning environment. Now, typically it's at where you would think of a transition point. So it's to go into college, to be ready to be a first year on campus. It could be to be a first year in high school. It could be ready to be in middle school. But we will ready and prepare your child with reading-based learning differences to thrive and to flourish, not only here in Highlands, but in the next stage beyond.
Yeah, I think that's an important point, Seth. I was going to ask you, first of all, I know you're K through 12, but by no means are all of your students there for those dozen plus years. I know that you're able to work your, I'll call it magic, if you don't mind, sometimes in a year or two or three, and other times kids love it there so much that they stay and graduate and then go to college thereafter. So maybe you could talk a little bit about how does a parent and a child, how do they find you? I mean, I know I've heard, it's a report card season and the report card comes home and the parent is disappointed and the child is upset as well. And that's the time to call potentially to call the Highlands School and talk to your admissions director. Is it not?
David, I'd like to believe that any child who wants to go to the next level and excel is a potential candidate to talk with us at the Highlands School. We do have an outstanding, dedicated faculty led by 4 directors. And Dr. Jen, Suzanne, Janice, and Kim. And what I would do is I would invite a family to come and talk with our directors and see the potential fit of the Highlands School based upon the aspirations, dreams, and needs of the individual child. So that's exactly what to do, is to reach out to find us by telephone, on the website. And we actually have a fairly personalized process for admissions. It's a selective admissions process. There's shadowing, not shadowing for 1 day, but we're so focused on fit that it's shadowing for 2 days. And if your child is able to succeed within the demands and high aspirations of the Highlands program, then we would extend an offer of admission.
Well, I know you've, again, worked, I'll call them miracles, but the way you explain it, it's more natural, the process, than that. I know you've done that with scores and scores of kids over the years whose parents initially were very frustrated at the previous academic progress shown by their children. Seth, talk a little bit about, because I think one of the things that's unique to the school is the fact that you can come in at almost any time and not necessarily in the beginning of the academic year. So here we are in the middle of the winter, and I know you're already recruiting kids just for your summer program and a program called Mind Jump. And so maybe you could talk a little bit about that as well.
Yeah, so Mind Jump is a distillation what we offer in our day program. There are students who continue from the day program to Mind Jump, who go from Mind Jump to the day program. It's 5 weeks in the summer from 8:30 until 12. It's for students rising in grades 2 through 9. And there's real time, solid time spent on reading, phonics, reading comprehension, math. So your child is going to have a boost. It's not magic. It is this tremendous investment of heart and soul and training and skill by our faculty and staff. Now, the summer environment is somewhat different. It's interspersed with fun activities. That's not what's different, because there's a lot of fun activities, gardening and PE and interscholastic sports and nature during the school year as well. But there's more of an openness, a lesser dress code during the summer period. So it's a chance for your child to have, at any level, to have enrichment and be ready to soar, even if it's not at the Highlands School.
Yeah, and so I think it's an opportunity for parents to maybe get a little bit of a taste of what the Highlands School is all about, and kind of test the appropriateness for their child.
David, that's right. So it is both a pilot opportunity for children and parents, but it's just as well suited for children who know that they are going to the most rigorous academic prep schools like the Highlands and want to have that extra instruction within a fun, relaxed environment over the summer.
Outstanding. Seth, I know that Highlands School specializes in strengthening what are called executive function skills. I'm not sure what that everybody knows what that is and what that means. Could you take a moment or two and talk about that and how the school works with kids in that regard?
So executive functioning in plain English is, how do we get from point A to point B to point C in a planned and orderly way? How do we plan our work and work our plan? And so we coach bright students with skills in organization and time management, how to get started on an assignment, how to keep your assignment, how to find your assignment. And again, these are skills that go through to college, that go through to the workplace. And so as an example of our executive functioning strategy, there's a 5-minute bell period at the end of every class where the learning stops, or at least the subject matter learning stops, and we talk about how to be organized, how to prepare, how to do research, how to get to the next step so that the student asserts agency and becomes the agent for his or her own learning. We're an EF Smart School, and I let every school speak for itself, but we are the leading EF Smart School, which means that executive function means that we integrate those strategies into everything we do inside and outside of our classrooms.
Again, Seth, it sounds fascinating, and we are just about out of time, but I would say I think a lot of people have said that the Highlands School is one of Harford County's, really even the state of Maryland's best kept secrets. It sounds from all the work you're doing, and I know you're new to the job, that won't be the case for too long. Is that one of your objectives?
Overall, I'm here to support this wonderful set of professionals who are bringing the vision of the founders and the trustees daily to the benefit of an extraordinary cohort of students and families. And We know that it's both about telling the story, it's about strengthening word of mouth, it's about enabling and empowering students and professionals and families to realize their own dreams daily.
Incredibly well put. I know I've spoken to a number of parents, a couple of alumni, some grandparents of other alumni, and they are so prideful and enthusiastic, and describe the job that the Highlands School did with their kids as, life-altering, life-changing, and setting the child on a path for not only to be able to read and write and function properly, but for success in life from all perspectives.
David, I'm glad you say that. We have 1,800 alumni. Defining an alumni as someone who's been here learning and growing for some period of time. If every one of those 1,800 alumni tells the Highlands story to 3 people, that's how we start to grow.
Well, I think this program and others will help make that happen. Seth, I know you're new, but do you know how does someone reach you or the Highlands School who might be interested as the result of seeing this program air?
So the best thing to do is to go to www.hsmd.org, highlandschoolmaryland.org, but it's short, hsmd.org. You will reach those wonderful directors. You can reach me. You can reach any of our professionals. We will steward and cultivate our relationship in a way that's in the best interests of your child and your family.
Seth, congratulations on your appointment and welcome to town. And I can tell that your colleagues and the faculty and the kids are great days are ahead. And Seth, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you, David, and thank you for all who are viewing today.
This is David Nevins for Citybiz List. If you have an interest, check out the Highlands School. I don't think you will regret it. Have a great afternoon, everybody.